My father, I didn't know my mother used to fluctuate between men. My uncles loved the hills and lived in them. Izberato is my hometown. It is located on the Euphrates. My mother, who was fickle among men, became pregnant with me, and secretly she gave birth to me. In the reed basket you put me. You have made me dirty with poverty, and she threw me into the river, and its water did not swallow me. Welcome to our channel. It is Sargon of Akkad, or Sharukino the Assyrian, the founder of the first state, empire, that included the entire Fertile Crescent, from the Arabian Gulf to the Mediterranean and Cyprus, and from the north of the Taurus to Wadi Rumah, the eastern coasts of the Red Sea and South Sinai. The word Sargon means the just king. He was born between the years 2350 and 2300. Sargon ruled for nearly 55 years. He united Assyria, Elam, and Sumer into his state. He united in his grip all the cities of Amoro, that is, western Syria, up to the Amoro Sea, that is, the Mediterranean. Then he ascended to the land of the Cedars, the Lachem Mountains, Amanus, and the Silver Mountains in the north, Taurus, and crossed to Konya, then to Cyprus and Crete, and made Dilmun the center of his trade with India. The story of his upbringing from his birth until he came to power was immortalized by an Assyrian poet in the 7th century BC, in the words of Sargon himself, saying, "My mother used to fluctuate between men. My father, I didn't know my uncles loved the hills and lived in them. Izberato is my hometown. It is located on the Euphrates. My mother, who was fickle among men, became pregnant with me, and secretly she gave birth to me. In the reed basket you put me. You have made me dirty with poverty, and she threw me into the river, and its water did not swallow me. Rather, he took me to Aki, the gardener. He took me and raised me up. He took me as his son. Then Aki, the gardener, made me his gardener. As a gardener, Ishtar gave me love and grace. So I practiced kingship those years. Note that the story of Moses is copied literally from the story of Sargon, knowing that Sargon preceded Moses by 1,000 years. The poet adds the story of Sargon in his own words. I am Sharukino, the powerful king of Akkad, the wisdom of the black people. And you ruled over them with bronze axes. Conquering the great mountains, I climbed the high chains, and crossed the low chains I traveled to the countries of the sea, Sumer, Elam, and Bahrain. 3 times I caught Dilmun with my hand, and to the great monastery I ascended from Agado. My city, among his most important achievements, is that he abolished all religious temple courts, established civil courts, separating religion from the state, removed the hands of the priests from public property, freed the peasants from feudal slavery, abolished the feudal system of land ownership, distributed it to the peasants, and based the organization of his army directly on the people. He united the people of the Fertile Crescent in all its regions in a united national liberation effort and made the Amorite language the unified state language. When we say the Fertile Crescent, we mean Iraq, present-day Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Palestine, North Sinai, up to the Red Sea, and the star of the crescent is Cyprus. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive all new updates. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to write them in the comments below.